Now, you might be considered the oddball in your family. You might be considered the one that's always screwing up. Don't let that control your thinking. Your past doesn't have anything to do with your future unless you choose to make it that way. This is vitally important we get this. Now, we went through this yesterday, so you could be looking at this and think, well, this is how we grow, but I have the awareness because I've had this success or something. No. You don't just go through this once. You go through it, you start over again. Then you start over again. Then you start over again. There isn't any finish line. We pointed out that your spiritual DNA is perfect. There's no end to your growth. Jane Wilhite taught me that one time. There's no finish line in personal growth. None. Now really think about this. So you have this desire, and why do you have this? Why does it happen? There's something inside of you. It's called your uniqueness. It's what makes you different than any other person on the planet. And you want to express this through uniqueness. It's something inside you that wants to come out. You want to get it out. You just want to get it out. And so you go to do it because the desire is strong. And see, the desire is the effort of the unexpressed possibility within, seeking expression without through your action. This isn't wants. This is not a want. A want is of a conscious nature. We see a nice car, I want that. A nice house, I want that. A nice suit, I want that. So we have these things we want. They're not desires. I want to get a certain position on the team. I want to win. I want to get a medal. These are things we want. We all have those. We're influenced by what's going on around us. That's not what we're talking about here. A desire is a want that you took seriously and you've planted deep in your psyche. I love the way William James put it. It's planted in the garden of your subconscious mind. Well, that desire's in there. Desire, Waddell says, is the effort of the unexpressed possibility seeking expression outside through you in the physical world. Well, you've got this desire. You want to express your uniqueness, but you've also got this damn paradigm. And it's saying, wait a minute, you think you can do that? Are you crazy? Come on, Bob, you don't even know enough. Where the hell's the money going to come from? This is all inner talking. You don't repeat this. Nobody hears you saying this. This is talking that's going on in your subconscious mind. And it is screwing up every opportunity. When you let your paradigm influence your thinking, you have disqualified yourself from anything better than you presently have. That is an absolute law. And you've all got this little voice inside talking. You say, come on, Alec, who the hell do you think you are? You're just Alec. You're not like Joe and Bill and all those guys. God, they're so gregarious. They get all the girls. You're just Alec. I'm saying that because I look right down to see Alec in front of me. But I could be Bob, because that's where Bob lived. See, that's why I can speak with such authority on this, because I lived there. It's not a fun place to live. That wasn't the real me at all. That was somebody's programming inside of me. Not my programming. I didn't build it. You may not be responsible for who you are, but I'm going to tell you something. You're responsible for changing it. The people that programmed you give you the very best they could with what they had. They couldn't give you something they don't have. Horace put it very well. He says, Nemo dat quod non habat. Freely translated, that means you cannot give what you have not got. Well, the people that programmed us couldn't give us what they didn't have. God, the programming that I was involved in when I was a kid, no one knew anything about doing better. Just get by. Feed them, for God's sake. Get them warm or something. And that was all it was required to look after a kid. Yeah, that 10 paradigm, it just talks to us. But the desire doesn't go away. That uniqueness wants to be expressed. But the paradigm pulls you back. And then you think you're going to make a breakthrough because you have heard that all you require to change things, the only thing is discipline. That's it. God, I used to hate that word. Oh, did I hate discipline. You see, I was in the Navy, the Canadian Navy. The people that run the service detention barracks, or used to in the Canadian Navy, were British detention people. They were sadistic. And it was a terrible world I was living in. And you know why they were putting me through all this punishment? They said because I wouldn't do what I was told. They were going to teach me something about discipline. Doing what you're told, that's not discipline. That is a form of authority. That's a form of punishment that they were talking about. Discipline is giving yourself a command and then follow that command. That's not following somebody else's command. 90% of the world are following somebody else's command and they're not living the way they want to live. It's got to be the way you want. Not the way your mama wants you to be, not the way your daddy wants you to be. What do you want to be? What's that desire inside? That's what it's about. Now, I told you I can talk with authority on this. I live the way I want to live. I don't live the way I think you think I should live. I don't live the way I think my kids think I should live. I don't live the way I think my wife thinks I should live. I never lived the way I thought my mother think I should live. I live the way I want to live. Now somebody will tell you that's a selfish attitude, Proctor. I like the way Oscar Wilde put it. He said, selfishness is not living as one wishes to live. Selfishness is asking other people to live as one wishes to live. Yeah. No kidding. Have you any idea how many people got that wrong? Discipline. It's giving yourself a command and then follow it. It's Bob saying to Bob, do this. And when the paradigm says you haven't got the money, do it anyway. But the paradigm says you're kidding yourself, you don't know how. You'll learn how. Carnegie told Hill, the accumulation of great wealth calls for power. And power is acquired through highly organized and intelligently directed specialized knowledge. But that knowledge does not have to be in the possession of the person who's accumulating the fortune. See, that was pointed out to me, the man that gave me this book. He said, look at this. And he turned to that part in the book. See, all I wanted was money. I thought if I had enough money, the whole world's going to be a wonderful place. Now, of course, I was wrong, but that's what I was thinking. I wanted a lot of money. I never had any money. I was always working from being in a hole. And he said, look at this. He said, why don't you go and get... I said, I don't know how. I don't know enough. I didn't go to school. I'm not very smart. And Carnegie, who was the wealthiest man in the world at the time, said the accumulation of great fortune calls for power. And power is acquired through highly organized and intelligently directed specialized knowledge. But, a capital but, That knowledge does not have to be in the possession of the person who accumulates the fortune. Isn't that a hell of an idea, Terry? One of the biggest.